What's up, my pride? In today's video, I'll be showing you the training aspect of my daily routine. I'll be going through my workouts, explaining the exercise I chose and why I chose them, and the small tweaks I made to these exercises for better muscle growth. So without further ado, let's get started with day one. All right, the first exercise we have on day one is the incline bench. I started using more dumbbells when it comes to my chest exercises because it allows me to get a deeper stretch. You know, with the barbell, the bar comes here, I can't really drive my elbows back anymore. But with the dumbbells, it gives me that freedom, that full range of motion as well. So 3 sets, 8 to 10, let's get it. In terms of rest time, I take about 3 minutes in between each set. It allows me to regain my energy, focus, allow my muscles to recover a little bit so I can give each set my all, right? I'm pushing hard. One more set to go, and then we move on to back. The first exercise we have for the back is going to be barbell rows. I've gotten very weak on my rows, whether it be with the barbell or the dumbbell. I've gotten used to cable rows and a few chest supported machine rows, but I'm trying to get strength back on these, so that's why I implemented them back into my routine. When it comes to training my back, I only do one horizontal movement and one vertical movement, which we're going to get to later on. But this is the horizontal movement for right now. Barbell row, we're gonna do about 3 to 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. The next exercise we have for the chest is going to be the flat dumbbell press.
And if you guys noticed, I'm doing pause bench. Even on my incline, I pause down here for 1 to 3 seconds and explode on the way up.
Your chest is one of those muscles where a lot of the muscle growth is in that stretch position. So when you do your bench press or any sort of pressing motion, you want to make sure you're driving your elbows all the way back as far as you can. Get that deep stretch, pause for 1 to 3 seconds, and explode off. Another way to increase the muscle growth is to slow down the eccentric, which means when it's coming all the way back, slowing it down puts more tension on the muscle, stretch, and explode. But yeah, we're gonna do 4 sets of 10 reps here. Let's get it. The last exercise we have for the back is going to be a lat pull down. I used to use the close grip attachment. I also use these for cable rows, but then I realized I was doing a lot of lat exercises. And with this one, I use the straight bar. I use a thumbless grip, that way my forearms don't tire out. So I come over here, pull down. My mental cue is to try and put my elbows into my pockets. Get that nice stretch all the way up top, come down, pull. elbows in pockets, slow on the way back up, get that nice stretch. I'm really good at my lat pull down, so I do a lot of reps, 12 to 15 on a good day, but it's mostly like 10 to 12. 3 sets, let's go. When it comes to training my biceps, I only do 2 sets, 1 exercise per set, so 2 exercises, but I train them till failure. The first exercise we have is this makeshift preacher curl. I just have my bench on a high incline, put my arm here, keep the elbow locked in place, curl all the way up. I start with my least dominant hand and then match the set with my dominant hand. So we're just gonna do 1 set of these preacher curls till absolute failure per arm. This is an extremely hard movement. It's also very beneficial to the bicep because when you're on that incline, you get a deep stretch on your bicep. It has to come all the way up, get that contraction rather than just being down here. It doesn't have that much tension just standing up. So the incline helps give it that full stretch of the bicep. 1 set till absolute failure. Let's go. Woo. Damn, that was only 15. Other arm. This is gonna be like so much different. Yeah, like it's nothing. Yeah, on my left arm, I start struggling at like 5 or 6, and then with my right arm, I start struggling at 15. On a good day, I will do more than 1 set. On average, I only do the 2 sets to absolute failure. So now let's move on to the next bicep exercise. So I give myself about a 30-second to a minute rest in between my bicep exercises. The next exercise we have are gonna be hammer curls. Again, 1 set, absolute failure. Just drill out the brachialis, what the hell is it called? I don't know. That one muscle that the hammer curls target. It's also great for the forearms. The muscle, is it the brachialis? But it gives the illusion of a wider bicep. The preacher curl helps give you that peak. So when you flex, this part comes up, but the hammer curl helps your bicep look wider. Damn! I don't know how many that was, but hopefully it was a lot. Now comes the last exercise of day 1. We're gonna do 1 to 2 sets of push-ups till absolute failure. So on day 1, I do chest, back, biceps, and I do 1 last thing for the chest, which is something I need to work on. So whether that be push-ups, dips, chest flies, any sort of chest movement that I just want to improve on. And then on day 3, I will do a back exercise, chest, back, chest, biceps, and I will do 1 extra back exercise that day that I need to improve on, which is usually just pull-ups because I can only do like 3 perfect ones and then the rest of it is a joke. But today I chose push-ups because I'm trying to get more strength and power. These are really good for that. Last exercise, 1 to 2 sets of absolute failure of push-ups. Let's get it. Man, push-ups are no joke. Woo! Woo! That was something. All right, you guys, that was day one, chest, back, and biceps. That was a really good workout. That was a solid workout. Focus was there. Put some high reps in today. I pushed about 3 to 4 extra reps per set, which is crazy. Yeah, solid work today, but it doesn't stop. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 2. Woo! What up, y'all? It's day 2. We got legs, shoulders, and triceps. I'm excited, I'm pumped, I'm ready to get after it. Let's go. All right, you guys, the first exercise we got for day 2 is going to be the barbell squat. I am training in my Crocs because when I do my leg exercises, I take the Crocs off and I just train in my socks. It helps give me a better balance, more stable, and easier to maneuver and get into the squatting position. I usually warm up with a bunch of sets, like maybe 3 or 4 warm-up sets before I get to my top sets. As of right now, I'm squatting a little under my body weight. Like I'm squatting 120, 125 right now, depending on how I feel. Because I have really bad knees, I really need to look into getting some compression sleeves for my knees. If you guys know any good recommendations, please let me know in the comments below. I really need them. My knees hurt really bad when I squat heavy. So yeah, I'm about to do 3 or 4 warm-up sets, and then we're gonna head to a top set of 120, 125. All right, y'all, the warm-up set of 115 felt pretty good. I have 125 on the bar right now. We're gonna do about 3 sets of 8. If I can push to 10, I'll do it. Especially on the last set, I'll try and push to 10. It's been a while since I've hit 125. I think my max squat in like high school was like 140. And there was like a year or so in between lifting sessions, so I lost a lot of strength since my senior year of high school. 125, we're gonna see if I can hit it. It's been a minute, so let's go. Quick little tip for you guys is to know if you're lifting heavy enough. Let's say you do 10 reps of a certain exercise. If your 10th rep looks the same as your first rep, you're not lifting heavy enough. So those 2 sets of the 125 were solid, smooth all the way through, slow and controlled. Didn't feel fatigued until the 7th rep. The 7th and 8th rep were both a little struggle. I wouldn't say I was clinging for dear life and trying to rack the bar, but I definitely felt it more. Like right now, my quads are shaking, I'm out of breath. Well, that's just because that's just squats. So I think on this last set, I'm gonna up it to 130 and try and push for 10 reps. If your last rep looks the same as your first rep, you're not lifting heavy enough. So keep that in mind. Work hard, grind, build these legs. 130, last set. Woo! Man, that 10th rep, that was a battle. Woo! Again, not even about 10 pounds off from my PR, but like that's crazy. I haven't touched 130 in years, so it's good to know that I can do it. But yeah, good squat day. Woo! move on to shoulders. When it comes to training my shoulders, I no longer train my anterior delts or the front delts. Your anterior delts get a lot of work in when you do any sort of pushing movement, bench press, a chest press. So I don't really train them all that much. If I feel like I need to, I'll do a shoulder press, which works the anterior as well as the side delts. But in my program, all I do is train side delts and the rear delts. And I'm gonna show you the exercises that I chose and the few tweaks that I made to help improve muscle growth. So when it comes to training my lateral delts, all I did was lateral raises. That was what I was doing for a while. I saw good shoulder development, but then after some time, I wanted to make this exercise more efficient. And that's when I came across leaning lateral raises. This angle, that 45-degree angle right there, helps increase the tension on your dumbbell lateral raise. So you come up here, lean with the elbow as high as you can. There's more stretch and tension that way. If you really wanted to increase it, you could do the dumbbell in front of you, come out, boom. But I do around 10 to 12 reps, and on the last set, I'm pushing to absolute failure. So the next exercise we got for the legs, I usually leave it up for interpretation. In my routine, it's squats and then one of these 3 different exercises that I like to do depending on how my legs feel, what I feel like I need to work on. So the 3 leg exercises that I rotate are RDLs, Bulgarian split squats, and reverse lunges. My quads are feeling good. My legs, my entire legs are feeling good actually. So I'm gonna do one of my least favorite movements of all time, the Bulgarian split squats. But yeah, you gotta do the things that you hate. So I do around 3 sets of like 8 to 10. I usually fail around like the 6th rep, but then I just push through for the last 2. Because this movement, it's not a hard movement, but it's hard to do. It's very taxing on your legs. So yeah, 3 sets, 8 to 10. I'm gonna use the 20-pound dumbbells per hand. And yeah, let's go. The last exercise I got for the shoulders is going to be face pulls. Now I'm fairly new to this exercise. I've only added it into my routine about a couple of weeks ago. When it comes to this, the only tips and tricks that I know is that you want to hold the rope. So instead of grabbing down like this, you just want to flip your hands over like that. And as far as your body placement, I take like 2 steps back and have my front foot bend down a little bit and then just pull. Now when you do the pull, my mental cues are to put this to the middle of my eyes. So you're here to the middle of your eyes, and as far as your arms go and your elbows, you're gonna want them flared out. Now you wanna pull it as far as you can, and you wanna act as if you're doing some sort of bicep pose, you know, like one of those poses. So you have the grip, right, you're in front of it, you take 2 steps back, 1, 2, arms fully stretched out, you're gonna pull, do that bicep positioning kind of thing, elbows flared out as high as you can, get that deep stretch, pull, boom. So I do about 3 to 4 sets of about 8 reps, and as time goes on, I'm gonna add more reps into it once I get comfortable with the weight. All right guys, the final exercise we have is for the triceps. I only do one exercise for my triceps. I just push that absolute failure, and that could be any tricep movement I want. Right now I'm doing the tricep push down. Instead of using the rope, I'm using the straight bar. I only do one exercise for my triceps because when I'm doing my bench press, my triceps get a lot of work with those. The same thing when I do push-ups, they get a lot of work. But if you want bigger arms, you should definitely be prioritizing your triceps because they make up 2/3 of your arm. The reason why I do more bicep work than tricep work is because, not to toot my own horn, but I have pretty big triceps compared to my biceps. I go pretty hard on my tricep work. Again, one set to absolute failure. I'm gonna add weight as I go on and just keep pushing until my arms give out. We'll probably end around maybe 25 pounds if I'm lucky. Woo! 25 pounds. Woo! Damn. All right, we're gonna try 30 pounds, see as many as I can get. Oh, man, triceps are literally the definition of lactic acid right now. All right, you guys, that was my legs, shoulders, and triceps day. Got good squat work in. Shoulders were a little bit hit or miss. Sometimes I have good shoulder days, sometimes I have bad shoulder days. Today it was all right. I'd say it was average. Tricep work, my arms are still tight. They're tingling a little bit. Definitely room for improvement, but solid nonetheless. Woo! Well, there you guys have it. That is my new training routine. I've been sticking with this routine, changing it back and forth for about a few months. I'd say maybe 3 or 4 months. Seen a lot of progress, a lot of muscle development. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I really encourage you guys to comment, whether you have questions, comments, concerns, anything, tips and tricks. I really do appreciate it. It helps me out, and it could help someone else out in the comments. So please leave any comments that you have. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.